When a government encounters something it cannot directly control, it often seeks to co-opt it. The recently announced Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is a prime example of this phenomenon. This initiative isn't about fostering innovation, it's about appropriation. Let me be clear, this reserve isn't about embracing Bitcoin's potential. It's about controlling what was designed to be uncontrollable. The very notion of a government Bitcoin reserve contradicts Bitcoin's foundational purpose. Satoshi Nakamoto created this technology precisely to bypass the manipulation inherent in state-controlled monetary systems. Now the state seeks to capture what was made to escape it. What makes this proposal particularly insidious is its funding mechanism. The government isn't purchasing Bitcoin on the open market, it's simply keeping what it seizes through asset forfeiture. This isn't investment, it's institutionalized theft. Civil asset forfeiture has long stood as one of the most flagrant violations of property rights in America. Law enforcement can take your property without charging you with a crime, placing the burden on you to prove your innocence. This reversal of due process would make the founders recoil in horror. History teaches valuable lessons about government's relationship with monetary assets. In 1933, under Executive Order 6102, the government confiscated Americans' gold while claiming it was for the national good. Today's Strategic Reserve proposal follows this troubling precedent. The government already holds approximately 200,000 bitcoins seized from various individuals, value extracted through theft. Rather than returning these assets to the market, they're creating permanent infrastructure to warehouse digital plunder. This isn't adoption. This is appropriation. When a government hoards any asset, market distortions inevitably follow. By creating artificial scarcity through confiscation, they manipulate Bitcoin's organic price discovery mechanisms. This interference undermines the very efficiency Bitcoin was designed to achieve. If the government truly wanted to foster cryptocurrency innovation, they would eliminate capital gains taxes on digital assets and allow free market forces to operate. Instead, they're building a fortress of confiscation while celebrating it as progress. Behind the benign language of strategic reserve lies a more troubling reality: the creation of a digital asset stockpile. This broad, ambiguous term creates perfect cover for expanding government control over all cryptocurrencies. You don't build warehouses unless you plan to fill them. The government is constructing infrastructure for future seizures, establishing clear procedures to ensure every confiscation has a direct pipeline to government coffers. What's particularly alarming is the admission that no full audit of currently held Bitcoin exists. The lack of transparency should concern anyone who values accountability. When the government claims to hold assets in the public interest while refusing proper accounting, warning bells should sound. The intellectual dishonesty underlying this proposal reveals itself in a simple question. If Bitcoin represents the future of finance, why doesn't the government purchase it openly? The answer exposes their true position. They recognize Bitcoin's value while simultaneously undermining its independence. This contradiction mirrors the government's historical approach to gold. They accumulated vast reserves while simultaneously severing the public's ability to redeem dollars for it. The pattern remains consistent: to accumulate for the state while restricting individual ownership rights. A truly market-oriented approach would look radically different. It would involve eliminating capital gains taxes on cryptocurrency transactions, ending civil asset forfeiture entirely, allowing private enterprises to develop competing payment systems, removing regulatory barriers to cryptocurrency innovation, and respecting the property rights of all digital asset holders. These approaches would genuinely foster innovation while respecting individual liberty. Instead, the government chooses control over freedom. The fight for monetary freedom has never been easy. From the free banking era to the gold standard debates to today's cryptocurrency revolution, those who value liberty have always faced state resistance. Bitcoin's greatest strength remains its decentralized nature. While government hoarding affects market dynamics, it cannot change Bitcoin's fundamental attributes. The blockchain continues regardless of who holds which keys. Our response must be principled and practical. We must challenge the legal framework of asset forfeiture that enables this seizure. We must demand transparency about government cryptocurrency holdings. And we must continue building decentralized systems that resist control. The so-called Strategic Bitcoin Reserve isn't about national interest. It's about extending state power into digital realms. It represents not progress, but regression toward centralized control of what was created to be free. As long as individuals value freedom, they will create solutions to preserve it. Bitcoin emerged after the 2008 financial crisis as one such solution. The government's attempt to co-opt it simply highlights its revolutionary potential. True sovereignty comes not from government, but from individuals freely exchanging value without interference. In the ongoing battle between state control and individual liberty, I stand firmly on the side of liberty. This proposed reserve isn't a step forward for cryptocurrency, it's a step backward for freedom. And that's something no true advocate of liberty should celebrate. Please subscribe to our channel and follow the link in the description to get a free copy of your Wealth Fortress. With this report, you'll learn unique and valuable strategies for keeping your assets completely hidden, untouchable and untrackable by anyone. No matter how much money you have, you'll learn carefully crafted strategies so that nobody can find it or even know what you have. Your assets will remain untouchable even with a team of the best global lawyers. Well-funded governments will not be able to lay a finger on your wealth. It's all detailed in your Wealth Fortress. Bulletproof structures to protect your assets. Follow the link in the description to get instant access.